welcome race fans here to another exciting Tuesday night racing as we bring you Richie-B Superspeedway Tuesday night series here with over-the-top designs and proud sponsor of a lot of this Superspeedway racing going on too. But I'm happy to bring up Jeff Woods here is going to be joining me in the booth again. How you doing there, my friend?
All right, man. Good to be back. A week early. I'll be back next week for some Cup action at Michigan, I do believe it is. So just sitting back watching some Talladega racing with the over-the-top designs Super Speedway series brought to you by Richie-B's Pizza.
That's right, yeah. If you're in your local area, and look them up. If you find one in your local area, make sure you go and get some delicious pizza, some subs, some Philly cheesesteaks that you were saying there, Jeff, which I'm a big Philly cheesesteak guy myself, so with a lot of extra cheese.
Yeah, good looking food, at least across from the internet. I know they're mostly West Coast based, so if you're lucky enough, stop by, say hi, tell them where you found them from too.
Yes, most definitely. Well, we also got a special prize out here tonight too. You said you sent me an earlier message, and what would that be there, man? It'd be something cool.
Yeah, well, on behalf of Judd Danielson, the owner of the Abruzzi USA Racewear here on the American side of the pond, at least for the western half of the world. Abruzzi USA Racewear will be offering a pair of gloves to the winner tonight, as long as there is no more than one caution.
Well, Jeff, that is a good question. We're at Talladega in the Xfinity cars with 32 cars out on the track. Do you think we can do it?
Well, if we look back to week number one, if I do remember those statistics right, there was one or two cautions. I think there was only one itself. Talladega is by far probably the easier of the two true super speedways, being Talladega, Daytona, to race at. There's more room, more lanes, that type of thing. And we're running probably the easiest car to race, the more properly handling car tonight. The Xfinity car doesn't have huge aero packages. All you have to do is worry about the tire. No tire rule that I know implemented as of yet in the Super Speedway series here. But at that same time, you're not going to use that many right fronts to begin with. They don't in real life, so I don't expect tires to be a thing. It might be a distance race and where you line up with your teammates.
Very true. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun to see what they can do. And you are correct. At Daytona, we did have one yellow. It was basically at the halfway point in the Gen 6 cars. Last time, I don't even think the last time we were here, yes, the first race actually was in the Cup cars here at Talladega. So we had one yellow at Talladega.
Yep. So I mean, it's doable. I mean, they're out there on the track right now trying to dress rehearse. So hopefully we're not tuning over to that right now, because that was in a good dress rehearsal there. So, but shake out the cobwebs before the race. They're about to start qualifying. I'm looking over my info tab here to see if it's single car qualifying. I know a lot of the admins from Loose Lug Nuts are just now switching over to the Beta UI. I myself included in that conversation. So we'll be learning how to reset up races under the Beta UI. Change is difficult.
Yeah, changes. They also got the. I know they disabled it for the Cup cars. The new damage package. The damage package ain't on these cars, is it, or is it?
No, I don't think the new damage package, I think that just goes to the Cup. And most we've seen on the Cup side of things is like the rear bumper hanging, or when you split the fender well.
Yeah. Okay. I wanted to make sure, because I do know watching these guys practice, there was a lot of damage with the cars. Now, pieces weren't flying off, but a lot of them lost their hood, front end. You could see the radiator. I mean, it was all ripped apart.
Yeah, I mean, that's the standard thing they got going on right now, I do believe.
Right.
Looks like single car qualifying here, Robert, and just looking out at all these cars. Hopefully they're not doing what I think they're doing, taking advantage of a fuel dump right here.
Oh, well,
They,
I would.
well, yeah, I mean, if you're not trying, I mean, what's the old saying? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't call it cheating. I just call it a little bit taking advantage of the situation.
Right.
Go out there, run your lap, be happy with it. It's Talladega. Of course, I know a lot of these guys want to qualify up front if they do qualify. You don't want to be stuck in the middle of the pack. Traditionally, the cautions do come from the middle to the back of the pack.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
at least at the beginning of the race.
And a lot of the qualifying, Jeff, too, is just for pit selection, basically, in iRacing itself. Because it's Talladega. It don't matter if you start up front or you start out back. I mean, if you're starting in the back, yeah, you got to worry about the wrecks, okay? If you're up front, doesn't mean you don't have to worry about the wrecks, because sometimes the wrecks happen in the front, and then you're all the way in the back, and you still get caught up in it. So, I don't know. I've always called super speedway racing a crapshoot, and it doesn't matter where you start. Anybody in this field can win tonight.
Yep, and fuel limit set at 75%. So
Okay.
if anyone out there knows that full fuel load, we'll have a better idea. I think 100% fuel load is about 29 laps here at Talladega normally.
I'm looking at track facts now. This is saying 100% fuel load, they can go, what is it, between 34 to 36 laps.
Ooh, well, that's increased over time.
Well, that's what's coming across my Google. So, I mean, I don't know. That's real life. Just what they just ran this past Talladega race.
Well, maybe we'll get to at least that 26 to 29 lap mark that I was talking about. And,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 75% fuel, Jeff. I'm thinking, between 20. I'm going to give it a big number here, but I'm going to say between 25 to 30. Somewhere around there, give or take.
Yep. Well, I mean, I like green flag pit stops here at Talladega because it offers us usually a totally different dynamic finish. It may not be the exciting thing, but we're trying something different here with this over-the-top designs. Richie-B's Pizza's Super Speedway series is that we're trying to calculate team points based on 5 drivers. There are some single car teams, and there are certain teams out there with 4, but we're trying to see if the team atmosphere obviously can make for better racing or, less cautions in some standpoint. So who knows? It's one of those things, making the team responsible for itself, just like it was in NASCAR.
I like the floor mat, man. I really, really do. And I like how the team has up to 5 drivers. That team owner is responsible for your drivers. I just like the floor mat. It's a very, very smart floor mat. And everybody loves super speedway racing. So, I mean, that plays a big key into it too. But I just like the floor mat.
Yeah, it is really well thought out. Be exciting to see where it leads. 19 cars have taken qualifying lap, so that'll probably leave us with the last half of the field not taking a qualifying lap.
And to answer that question to Alan on Facebook, this is a fixed setup for the races. So
yes, fixed setup racing.
Yep. He's asking. I don't know. He might be interested in joining. That'd be if you got a team, come and join. If you're looking for a team, get a hold of one of these owners.
Yep, best way to go look at that is overthetopdesigns-looselugnuts.com. You can find which series you're looking for, all the information there. That's overthetopdesigns-looselugnuts.com.
There you go. Thank you very much. See, I love you, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm the man with all the info,
Yeah.
and I can tell you about most every driver out here.
And I'm learning. I'm learning these guys. I'm learning they're all fast, but I'm learning the fast guys,
Yeah, always got to watch out for the shark of Justin Michael. Does he load it in? Yeah, he's starting 20th tonight as we're about to get to that grid.
All right, well, let's bring up the starting grid here if you don't mind, and we can roll right through that here. All right, starting grid's up here. As we got see here. Oh, yeah, Jeff won last week, didn't he? No. Yes. And at 60, I don't remember. I know you
That's a
weren't
good
here.
question.
I think he
That's
did.
I think it was Mitchell Reeves that won at Daytona last week in the
man.
O2 machine. It was an over-the-top designs machine. I do think it was Mitchell Reeves, and I think there was Kyle Chadwick up there, and one other machine that I'm forgetting about. Sorry, whoever that driver is.
Yeah, I forget. But starting second is going to be Mark Johnson. Starting third there is going to be Kyle Chadwick. Daniel Smallwood here is going to be starting fourth. John in that 17th is going to be starting fifth, with Brandon starting sixth. Travis, let's see here, in that 54 is going to be starting seventh. Scott, very fast driver. We've seen him up in the front. Scott Patterson there. In that 46, starting eighth. Kind of shocked that he's not farther up the board there. Ronald is going to be starting ninth, and to round out your top 10 here is going to be Charles in that 95. And then you can see the rest of the field down through. And like you said, the second half of the guys here did not qualify, as we'll go down through and you can see the rest of the field. 19 cars qualified, and then the rest of the guys, Rob Haynes did not. Wally did not qualify. So these guys are starting in the back. I wonder if that's a team move or...
I'm seeing one particular team, and that's Bandit Motorsports, mostly choosing not to qualify. So, obviously, I think the guys that don't qualify a lot are the Wise Guys team out here. I see most of their guys out here. There's a couple of the BBK racers and East Coast racers, but then some of their teammates also qualified up there. I think every single car team qualified them.
Well, how fast do you think we're going to see teams hook up here, or a lot of these guys are friends, of course, so is it all about trying to get hooked up with your team, or do you try to just latch on to whoever you can right now?
If you're up front, you latch on to the fastest guy. You do the Talladega shuffle. If you can use that outside to get down to the inside, obviously the inside lane is probably going to make it the status quo this evening. So I don't know. You latch on who you can. Those guys that didn't qualify probably have a little bit easier time breaking up, moving inside, outside to get hooked up with teammates. Maybe they find some teammates, get that extra help. They're already looking at a fuel mileage race at this possibility, or they don't want to be up there, everyone running Top Gun early on.
And they do got one fast repair, so if something does happen, at least they can make it back to pit road and get a new car and retry it again. But if it happens again, hopefully we don't see a driver hop out running around say he's on fire.
No, that one fast repair can be beneficial at Talladega. You just hopefully don't have to quick reset your car, because that is a long pit road trip. Pace car is down.
All right, pace car's down. We're getting ready to get freaky here tonight for 60 laps with Richie-B's Superspeedway Series. Here brought to you by a lot of sponsor Over the Top Designs. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. But here we go, Jeff. Oh, well, we got to wait for a long pace around, as the start-finish line is actually there in the center of the turn as the green flag is out.
Yep, green flag out. 2x2 probably should, if we do restart this evening, that should be just like that, because there's no use in getting a huge jump at Talladega. Chadwick, and I believe that is Daniel Smallwood, pushing their guys respectively through corners 1 and 2.
There you go. That top line is trying to hook up here, as the bottom line definitely has got a couple cars nose to tail here. They're looking very good. It's not recommended to try to bump draft going through the turns at any cars or anything like that. You always want to try to give a little space there so you don't wind up hooking them. But Ken, hey, out there on Facebook, thanks for tuning in. Jeff, Ken, good buddy that comes in and watches every stream here at Freaky Fast, says hello.
Well, welcome to the broadcast. Here's lap number 1. Looks to be Jeff Merck, but Mark Jackson may take it at the line here.
And he did.
Yeah, number 3, Mark Jackson, lap 1 leader. Still 2x2, a little bit of a shuffle down to the bottom line. That top line has good numbers, 10 deep, but after that, this single car line on the bottom is probably about 20 rows deep.
Yeah, as these guys are getting up, well, they're basically up to speed. But yeah, you can see the bottom line is definitely trying to get more cars. But you know, iRacing gave us an updated here a couple of builds ago. They've been working on the draft package here, and I think we're going to see more side-by-side racing, just like we're seeing here. I don't think you can pull away. I don't think the top line is going to be faster than the bottom line.
Now, well, the 60, the 3, the 8, and the 76, I do believe, all on the same team. So that's over-the-top design motorsports. And you got a mix of Kyle Chadwick pushing our leader. Jeff Burke doesn't want to give out that inside line. However, the rest of his teammates on the top side, they may end up getting a good push on that top and doing the old Talladega shuffle down to the bottom.
I love how you call it Talladega shuffle. That's awesome. Because that's what it is.
It's the most common move here. I don't think these Xfinity cars are aero-wise made for it, but those cars, and especially those trucks, when they get the pushing right. Everyone being respectful. 88, when I say that, gets hooked up and pushing on the 60, but most of the guys out here just pushing when they need to. 8 pushing through the corner there is a little bit dangerous.
I love what's on the back of the 60. Stop that. I'm not going to say it because we're broadcasting, but everybody can read it.
Yeah. They're making a statement. Mark Jackson, like I said, finally gets down to the inside with the help of Daniel Smallwood.
Yeah, as Jeff decides he's going to jump up on the high side. I think he sees that top line moving a little stronger, but that bottom line is going to hook right back up as we got John here in the 17 in that Tide machine running back here in 7th position, just minding his own business as of right now.
Yeah, John held part of the Can-Am Motorsports division, and he's running well. I think he's one of the top-lying Fords up there, too. Oh, car to the bottom, and a Bruzy sticker on. I don't know if it's Judd or if it's Ray Richard. Car going to the back there.
That would be Mark.
Judd was on the bottom, I believe. That was the 85 of Judd, or the 44 of Ray Richard. Took a backward step.
Okay, yeah, Mark jumped down there in the 14 even though
60's loose.
Oh, no.
He got down below the yellow line. They allowed him back up, but that's going to hurt that bottom line.
Now, what does Daniel Smallwood do here in that 8? He was clear for a second, but wow, good recovery by everybody there, Jeff. That bottom line just picked up the momentum where they just left off.
Yeah, they're doing good. I mean, that's what you got to do early. Seeing a little bit of a seesaw action there on that 3. He's sticking tight to the bumper of his teammate, but I'm worried about those left side tires when he goes and pushes through the center of the corner. It's good to hit on the right side of the bumper traditionally. That left side usually starts to hook.
Well, we're riding right now here in the gyro cam with Mark Jackson here in that 3. And yeah, he's looking very, very good. He's taking it easy. He's drafting very, very well here. Now, do these guys got to worry about overheating, Jeff, with these cars here, running nose to tail like that? And I just heard a laugh. So, is that a yeah or nay?
No, I'm remembering back to Justin Michael Logan engine at Michigan, a place where you wouldn't have to worry about, think about breathing the cup car too much. I'm wondering if you're right, because, you know, these noses with the type of tape formation they have on them, obviously it's race condition tape from iRacing setups, but still, if you get tucked behind there and you're not paying attention, you think you're just having a whale of a time, you could find yourself looking down, seeing a red light, and then smoke through the windshield.
Yeah, right. Even before you even know it, you know, you like you said there, explained it. You know, you're just out there jollying, pushing, just minding your own business, and doing your thing, keeping the car clean, and then you look down and go, uh-oh, and then even before you know it, it could have caused too much damage, and poof, there it goes.
Yeah, they're coming up on a lap car, which is quite unusual. A car that got singled out pretty early. That's unfortunate. I don't have the number on it. Yeah, it looked like Travis Browder at first, but it might be the 54. I know Steve was having some connection issues. Travis Browder in the back.
Yeah, Travis is the 54 is now a lap down.
He stayed out of the way of the lead pack. He'll probably try to pick up mid-pack. Front of the field might be getting a new leader. Mark Jackson does have the lead, but it's still on the outside. He wants to take Daniel Smallwood with him. Here they both go. Oh, Daniel says, I'm doing it on my own.
Wow. Right now, I'm not seeing anybody that wants to be friends. They're all like, yeah, well, whatever.
Ooh, that third line working the side draft. Gets some help there. Is that two East Coast guys? It might be Dustin Covington, who's a part of Over the Top Motorsports, but still friends with Brandon Dorsett there.
Yeah. Yeah, you got Dustin on the top here with Brandon in the 19. These two guys are trying to hook up to get the third line going. And they actually are hooked up, but they have nobody else that wants to go. Oh, wait. Oh, we got the 24 now here. Brian, yeah. He's going to say,
Brian
okay.
Mazzell.
Yeah, he's okay. Well, never mind. He's going to go back down. That's the 95 of Charles. He's going up and down. He's playing, I don't know what line to go with.
Yeah, Charles Widener, part of, I believe, the Wise Guys team. Like I said, Dustin Covington takes him a part of Over the Top Motorsports, but working well with his old buddies from East Coast Racing. Surprised he left that lane to go around his teammate there in the 76 and 3, but they need one or two more cars with a little bit more momentum.
Well, they got the 20 now of, I'm going down through the field here trying to get Roberts.
Yep,
he's
Robert Matisse there.
Yeah, he's going to try to hook up here, Jeff. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything. They're going to need more friends than that right now. 3 cars ain't going to do nothing.
Now they fade back in that center line. They'll have to regroup. They all got to go at once. A 3-car tandem, probably the minimum with these Xfinity cars to get that third line going. And it's probably a little bit early. You want to do that maybe early in a run too, where those tires are a little bit fresher, a little bit more grippy.
And you can also test the waters, get yourself up there coming down, to find out towards the end of the race if you get yourself in that circumstance and want to pull out 3 wide, you'd know when to pull out and how much momentum you're going to have coming to the start-finish line and, like I said, when to pull out, because you don't want to pull out too early because then you'll fade.
Oh, yeah, especially if you got no help. We mentioned that 20 machine of Robert Matisse, BBK Racing, trying to get up close to his buddy Kyle Chadwick. Ooh, that top line is getting real tight and pushy.
The 24 is going to get out, but yeah, that top line is definitely with Mark Jackson up there in that 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet car. He's holding the line up there with the 76 of Ronald, trying to work it, but here comes that bottom line again. Just can't get away.
And it's going to be the dominant line all night at the bottom. Obviously, you can find the speed on the top side, depending on how many vehicles you got lined up in a row. But you want to be safe and secure. You want to be on that bottom, on the yellow line, getting around Talladega Superspeedway.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think a lot of it has to do with the top line can do something, but you're going to have to hook up nose to tail, 6 cars back, and just start pushing hard. You know what I mean? Where you just don't, there's no gap at all to get all the speed that you can.
Yep, and to the front. Now they're still trying to start that line. It's good. They need their teammates up there. They want to get the full line of teammates up there. East Coast Racing, 1924. Here comes Charles Widener up there, that 95 of Wise Guys. They fade back in. Can't do it on 2s. I know they're not fully listening to me right now, but hopefully they figure it out.
Well, I want to thank you everybody for tuning in here tonight with Fricky Fast and Robert A. Moyer Jr. up here in the booth with Jeff Woods. A lot of people do know you very well, you know, your name, and like I said, I appreciate you being in the booth with me tonight. But on Facebook, if you don't mind hitting that follow and like button, share it to your friends and family and show them what you enjoy and talk about your favorite driver. And on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell button, so every time we go live here at Freaky Fast, you get all the notifications, which we are live, Jeff, every night of the week. So,
yep, tons of schedules, tons of leagues here at Freaky Fast.
Yes, a lot. We got a lot coming between Speedway, Indy cars, dirt racing, you name it, we got it.
Well, status quo out here on Talladega. Might have to drop through the back of the field because I think there may be a little bit of a separation starting to happen. You see that single car line and then it doubles up again after probably, I'm going to say, Eddie Hawks in that 45.
Yeah, I swear I'm going back here to Rob Haynes, Eddie Hawks, Billy Wise, the 87 of Justin, which we all know.
You probably called it out right. 75 there, Tierheimer, Justin Michael, Chris Voiles got all lined up, but they got the lap car help of Travis Browder, and that inside line though is full of wise guys.
Well, top line is kind of screwed, I guess, if they got everybody up there running on the same team.
I think this is more of an early strategy towards fuel.
Yeah.
You definitely want to pit together if you can. Sometimes you don't have that choice running 1-2 at the front as they're doing some type of do-si-do. I think we got a new leader.
Yeah, Ronald took over the lead. And Dustin here is starting to work his way in that 48 up to the front, too, on the top line. Up 11 positions here tonight so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, all 5 of the over-the-top designs motorsports team is in our viewing picture right now. 76, the 48, the 3, the 8, and the 60.
Oh, they're showing a statement, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe they're pretty good at controlling the top part of the racetrack when they qualify well. Obviously, this is too early in the race. We're approaching lap 20, so I think we're within 10 to 15 laps right now, Robert, looking at some green flag pit stops. Now, this is the crux over at Loose Lug Nuts Racing League. A lot of these guys are from there. Some aren't, but getting to the green flag pit stops and making it through. Yeah. This will be an interesting pit cycle if we do get to it.
I know running super speedways, when I'm on the track, Jeff, if we're making a pit stop, the car in front of me, I start talking to, and the best way to enter pit road at a super speedway, because you're going 200, almost 200 miles per hour down to 60, and you're hard on the brakes, but you tell that guy in front, okay, either you going left or you going right, because if he goes left, I'm going to come down right. If he goes right, I'm coming down left, so you don't run into it, because braking points are different. And that's where you get the chaos entering, where, you know, that car in front of you brakes just a little harder than you, and you just run right into the back of them. There ain't nothing you can do, so it's basically it's best to go left, right, left, right, left, right, you know what I mean, all the way through, making them pit stops to enter pit road.
Someone went down towards the pits right there. They just crashed, I think.
That would be Jeff Gilmore.
Wow, 57. I'd have to back it up on my end. He just disappeared. I saw a left hook there from him.
Oh, let's go back. I just caught it here on my...
Oh, yellow is out.
Oh, he got hit by somebody, Jeff. Let's go back and watch this here. It looks like the 28. Who's in the 28?
Chris Voiles.
Okay, Chris Voiles just comes down and door swipes Jeff Gilmore. That sends Jeff Gilmore down on the inside, and he's hard on the brakes, turning the wheel right, but coming into pit road and he just door slammed. So he got slammed on the passenger side and the driver's side. And then he winds up taking out the yellow cone and going through the grass.
Well, hopefully that does not give him a black flag because, boy, that cone is difficult, and I'm not sure if they clear black flags on this division. If there's a black flag to clear, not saying that they're going to, that would probably be one because it's a little bit difficult to control that speed heading towards pit road. Unfortunately, it brings out the caution for caution number 1.
Uh-oh. We don't want another caution.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, they did really well, and I jinxed it by talking about pit stops anyways.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm trying to look at this right now. Like I said, we're all new at Loose Lug Nuts, so the admins are about using the beta UI. I hope that they have quick cautions on here for the Super Speedway. We'll have to see.
I actually think they do because I think that's just automatic. I think that's an automatic thing in iRacing.
You know, you got to turn it off rather than on.
I don't even think you have the options to turn it on or off. I
Well,
think
that would
it's
be
automatic.
a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would definitely be a good thing. We're going to see the entire line head towards pit road. This is definitely going to shake up the fuel because we still technically have one more stop ahead of us.
Correct. As yeah, they're on lap 19, getting ready to go on lap 20. So yeah, they're gonna have to make one more pit stop here as we watch everybody come down pit road and see who can win it out. That 62 is coming out. Oh, nope. Dustin looks like he beat the 62 out of Tony. See here, we got a couple guys that did take 2 tires. Calvin Miller stayed out in that 201 car number, and then Dustin is the first one there running in second. He took 2 tires. Tony took no tires from the looks of it. Wait, what did Tony do?
I would assume 0 tires. That gas and go from where he was on the field.
Okay.
I would just assume maybe he's just trying to line up there with the rest of his East Coast team, East Coast Racing, 62.
Yeah. But we ran 20-some laps, so why would you do that? In the next 10 laps, he's going to have to hit pit road unless he's banking on another yellow.
Oh, well, I mean, gas and go's fine, but traditionally with the amount of gas...
Never mind.
Yeah, traditionally, if you're going to put gas in the car, the amount of time it takes to put a full load of fuel in, you get 2 tires racked.
Yeah, my brain was thinking tires. I don't know why. If you got gas, then it don't matter. I mean, so yeah, he didn't take tires, but yeah, if you're going to put that fuel in, like you said, then you should have just put 2 tires on. Because Mark in that 9, which in the game here, he's showing 14, he did the same thing.
Yep. This is like 3rd different number I've seen him have. He's got a 9 in there on the car, but yeah, 14 obviously goes to Richie-B when he does show up.
Right. Okay, so Richie-B does actually race the owner?
When he can. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I never seen him on the track yet, so I didn't know that.
He's a man behind the stuff going on. We do thank Richie-B and Richie-B's Pizza there for the sponsorship, because obviously he doesn't fully race, so
Right.
Throwing a little bit of sponsorship ad, getting this broadcasted up, and for family and friends to watch here.
Well, Freaky Fast is happy to do it for him, and thank him for bringing us aboard.
Yeah, looking at it, I think quick cautions are on as soon as I see the pace car lights. I do believe they're off. So yeah, quick cautions are on. I'm only worried now about the 201, and not to say I'm worried about him, but I don't know enough about his super speedway racing. He's a single car team, not going to have too many friends. Obviously, the only friend he's going to have is the guy pushing him from behind, if he so chooses. A lot of these guys could choose to just go around these single car teams.
Well, not only that, well, I was talking about it with what's his name, but here the thing is that he did not pit, so in the next 10 laps he's gonna need fuel. You know, not tires, but he's gonna need
Yeah.
fuel, Jeff. I mean, he does. You know, he's 21 laps on his tank right now.
Yeah. At least 19 green flag laps on his tank. He's probably saved a couple extra laps being under caution.
Right.
It's not a bad move if it works out, but he is going to get shuffled quick. I just think being the single car team, being a newer guy to the league too,
Right.
might get shuffled.
More like a sitting duck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is the sitting duck in the situation. He's surrounded by 2 to 3 different teams here. I'm just going to say 2 different teams out at the front. All those guys up to about 9th place have consistently run around one another too.
Well, I would be Calvin. I'd be saying, guys, love me, show me some, come, push me.
Yeah, he's gonna do fine up there as long as he keeps her straight and keeps the wheel moving. Hopefully he doesn't. He has the option to restart early. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he just starts when the green flag drops. Nope. It looks like he's trying to get a little bit of an edge here. Pace speed is 65. He's maintaining. Thankfully, green flag gonna show right about now. He jumps a bit early.
Wow.
I thought he did just perfect though. He kept people going with him. It's gonna separate that line, and this is why he didn't want to jump early, because bingo bango, they're lined up, and he's the sitting duck.
Yep. And you got the top 3 of the 48 1976 all on top, over the top designs, and they're going to try to just push right on by them. Here comes the 3 up top, the 24.
The rest of the field's going to do it too. If he's singled out like that and he's shooting towards your bumper and you have the option to go around, you should probably go around. Yep.
Wow. He's just getting freight trained right now. He has no love at all for anybody.
He should have kept the starting grid tight. That was his key to it. He should have just kept him on his bumper, maybe slowed down a mile an hour to 64 as we get to the line here. Looks like Dustin Covington might finally lead a lap. Oh, Jeff Burton going to the 3rd line.
Oh, now we got a 3-wide battle for the lead. Well, gonna try. Daniel Smallwood's trying to push that 60, and just don't look like they got enough of energy yet to do it. But, oh, nope, they're gonna get a run on the top side again here, Jeff.
Yeah, they lost the 3rd racer. He got back in line, and that's the 88 machine. He's waiting on. I see some bruisey bumpers there starting to catch the field. John Held's in the mix of it. That 3rd line really needs a 3rd car right now.
Look at Kyle. Look at the Calvin is side drafting hard. He went through turn 3 and 4 against that 88 BBK machine there.
Oh, bump. 1948 didn't line up. Shuffling. Yep, bump. That's what happens when you draft through the tri-oval and you hit that left side. You saw him shoot to the top. You do not want to bump draft on the left bumper. You just can't do it.
Oh, we still trying to get that third line moving up there on the top. I mean, these guys are not giving up at all up there.
Yep, just looking over at the YouTube chat real quick, I see Merca has signed up here on YouTube, subscribed I should say, and Daniel Smallwood's family's watching, along with Miss Jackson watching the 3 machine.
Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, well, welcome to the chat. And welcome to the stream. As oh no!
Across the nose. Boy, that started on the top side. Wonder who's got it here. No caution. Now it comes out.
Now it comes out, and these guys are still beating and banging.
Yep, left bumper. I mean, it wasn't intentional, but 48 and the 60 are. Oh boy, they could have took so many more cars out there than what happened.
So we can see it right here. The 48 and the 60, like you said. Of Dustin here. Yeah, he just got clipped on the left side that you're saying, right in front of the 19 and the 24. And they go flying down on the inside, and then it just caused a chain reaction. Everybody else checking up, hitting into people.
Yeah, I think second caution happened on the backstretch that actually brought out the yellow, which was between the 95 and one other machine too.
Oh, okay. Oh, Charles. Okay. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Steven Lennon, I think, may have been involved with the 95. Yeah, it just snowballed through 1 and 2 there. People trying to miss.
Okay. Let's go a little faster here and see what happens to the 95. Oh, the 3 came up and got the 95. Puts him, oh, man, hard into the wall.
Yeah,
and the
thank
18,
goodness for a fast repair.
Right?
23, Josh Scott was somehow involved. Not sure. He's part of BBK. Trying to see where his incident started. Just got to Doran with the 76 of Ronald Klein. Not sure what that was about. Ronald around for a second trip. Oh, Mark Jackson should have just stayed on the bottom there.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of things happened.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, well, we tried to catch it all for everybody, but like you said, thank God for the fast repair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that really started where I told people not to push. I know a couple of them listen from time to time if it's on whatever delay it is. That you cannot use the left side of the bumper. The only place you got to push is the left side. Either hit the brake or get off the gas pedal, because it ain't going to end up well.
Very true, very true. But you know who that helps out? Calvin Miller.
Yeah.
He now can get fuel and tires, and he's still right there, coming in on 10th right now. 10th position.
He may need a little bit more help to the gas, as does the rest of the field. But I think, yeah, Calvin Miller moved from a 16th starting spot, running probably 25th tonight. Now in a top 10, got fresh tires. He better start, instead of being the guy getting pushed, he better worry about finding a partner to push to say, hey, look what I can do. I think that would help the 201.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Got to start getting some friends out there. You don't want to be the Lone Ranger. All right. Oh, that is our second caution here tonight. So the race winner, unfortunately, ain't going to be able to win those gloves there, Jeff.
Now, probably got to extend that next week to Michigan. Might see that with the Cup car. Those Cup cars are a wonder at Michigan and fun to drive. So you might see a little bit less cautions. It is super speedway racing. And like I said, that wasn't as big as it could have been.
Very true, very true. But you know what? You also still can go over to their website and order a pair of gloves.
Oh, yeah. BruzyRacewearUSA.com. Your wear, your way. All about customization, but they do have some, quick pick gloves there that just have the Abruzzi logo on it, basic coloring, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They got, the racing boots. A lot of it's made for go-kart racing. But, you could customize like a T-shirt over there, or just buy the Abruzzi T-shirt. I think they're starting to get into some of those gaming chairs, too. So look through their website, see what you like. Find anything, let them know that Jeff Wood or Freaky Fast Broadcasting sent you over.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, I definitely was over there, like I told you. I went over there last week, and I started, and I seen they had them racing gloves, and my brain instantly said, oh, I want them. They're nice.
Well, for us iRacers, they're good for keeping our wheels clean. Some people wear these big cowboy boots like myself to race, and others like the feel of their feet. But if you're looking for resale value, maybe, I don't know, if you're looking to upgrade a wheel and want to sell that old one, keeping your current one nice without footprint and skin getting into the pores or sweat and whatever else. Get gloves, get boots, keep your equipment nice.
Mm-hmm. Very true, very true.
especially if you're a streamer, you can get your name, you can get your country logo on there, and flag. And like I said, it's all about customization at a bruising.
That's awesome. I already got things pondering in my head. It'd be nice. I'm gonna contact them, man. I'm not just saying that, because we're streaming and they're sponsoring. Sponsoring the race winner here. Unfortunately, like we said, more than one yellow. But anyways, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, get a freaky fast new logo put on there with my blue coloring on them gloves. Man, that would look so sweet.
Every driver wants them. Yep.
It really would. And the cost ain't bad. Not just saying that. I was actually really shocked at that, Jeff.
Yeah, I think the quick picks, I think you can pick up for around $25, $35.
Mm-hmm. And that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, material, all that included. Just the quick picks, nice, easy price if you're not wanting to go through the customization process. But getting back on the track here, looks like doesn't matter about the yellow. The 3, the 8, 48, and the 60 all maintain top 4 spots here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Over the top designs is saying, man, if you want to win tonight at Talladega, you're gonna have to try it the hard way.
Yeah, you gotta get around them.
As Judd there in the 85 is actually up here in the top 5 too. So.
Yeah, you see a lot of single cars here as we get the green flag. That inside line about a mile and a half deep. And a lot of those guys choosing to pit on that final lap before the green flag. So those select 20 cars backwards outside the top 10. Might have enough fuel.
Beautiful sight and sounds here at Talladega. We're going to ride here with Judd in that 85 inside up 21 positions, running on the high side. Seeing what he can do here, Jeff, as he's going down the backstretch, getting ready to get into turn 3 and 4, and you can hear him throttle play. You don't want to stay on the throttle too long. You don't want to bump into somebody, so you're going to constantly hear them warning off the gas.
Yep, right now he's soloed out, doing well. No teammates within at least 4 or 5 lengths of him. Ray Richard, next closest guy, but on the inside line, it looks like. So right now, Judd's playing with guys that he traditionally races around, trying to move that high side and get to the front.
It looks like the 3 car did not take a fast repair there, Jeff. It does still have damage on the right side.
That could be restart damage. Oh, I mean, if he has damage on the right side, that's when he tagged the other dude coming back up. But some of those guys chose not to, depending on the severity. Obviously, you can ask around a lot on track and then through TeamSpeak communications. How's my car look? And depending on how well your connection is, someone might answer it correctly.
All right, well, let's go back through the field. We got Jack back here. We haven't talked much about the back half of the field here, as they were all back there laying, doing their thing here, as we got that 77 back here running in 16th position. Well, wait, no, he's dropping 17th position.
Yeah, he chose to go and find the back half of the field. Doesn't like running up front, Jack Watts. We'll see him there at the end of the night. He's a no shy guy to these super speedways. I've seen him run multiple times in the past. I've been a couple too over the last 6 years. I've seen him race.
Well, we got a couple cars back here. Vernon did not take a fast repair. His front of his nose is crunched pretty bad, getting a lot of air up underneath that hood there. So that's going to slow him down. And then we got John back here in the 17. He's got damage too. So this backpack here is that Justin's actually stuck in. It's not going to get up to speed.
Yeah. They're going to have to find something. Justin's a clean car. Looks like all these Toyotas might be lining up together, but I don't know, I'm a little bit worried about that damage. Like you said, what if that's the last one and they can't take any more damage or fast repair, so they can't go down there and grab it because it'll really end their night. I don't know. Sometimes you got to worry about team racing. Sometimes you don't have to. A lot of these guys are trying to come out here and do minimal incident points at the same time while running fast. You got to gamble it.
Yeah. The 23 of Josh R. Scott back here. He's running in 29th position. Jeff Gilmore was involved in one of those yellows. He's got his fast repair, but he's way back here. It looks like he's actually a lap down, it looks like.
Yeah, he would be the first car 1 lap down, only car 1 lap down. So, I mean, he's racing towards the front right here, which is good, but he should be easy on letting people pass him, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only guy he has to worry about is Bob Lutz, but Bob Lutz is 2 laps down in the 38.
Correct. Yeah, I would just, if I was Jeff, I would just ride and hope for another yellow so you can get the lucky dog and get moved around.
Well, I mean, more than likely, if we see a yellow, it's going to be from the front where they're 2x2 racing. Smallwood, Daniel Smallwood, that is, leads us around the speedway. They're trying to stay together. Looks like 3's having a hard time locking up the bumper of the 8. Or at least breathing the car. I'm not really sure what he's doing through the straightaway there. Probably a good idea if you're wanting to breathe the nose to do it on the straightaway, or if you're on the top side of the track to breathe the right-hand side, as long as there's not a third line.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that 3 car looks a little loose. Like, I don't know if the damage is causing that or not, but if you see, he is swaying back and forth. Now, he wasn't doing that before that wreck, so I don't know if that damage is just taking arrow from him.
It could. I mean, it looks like more bumper damage. If you look at these rear spoilers on the Xfinity cars, they do not go the full length. There's a more rounded off edge. Our Cup cars have a full length spoiler. These are more middle sitting that take up most of the trunk space, but obviously any type of damage rolling off that right rear side of the spoiler could be affecting the loose that you're saying that you see from the 3 machine.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Well, we're down to 25 laps to go here tonight, Jeff, man. So things are gonna start heating up here if we stay under green. Hang on.
Yeah, just watching Mark Dingman and Jeff Gilmore, and I believe that's Ray Richer there. Dingman and Ray Richer want to hook up. Like I said, Jeff Gilmore's just got to let people pass, and he has to realize the spot on the speedway, probably not the greatest spot on the speedway, which at least you're the only one lap down. I would just try not to accrue incident points if you see a caution coming.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is just accumulate incident points too, because ain't there incident? I forget. You want to have less incidents here in this series too, correct? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how they're scoring the team points is based on the amount of incidents per five car team. At least to my knowledge, you're supposed to divide the teams by 5 and based on the 5-car standard. And if you have 5 cars with 0 points, you ain't gonna worry about it. But if you have a teammate that got 16 incidents and another got 8 and another got 0 and another got 4, then you got to start worrying about that type of stuff.
Right.
Not too many incidents out here tonight. I actually can look over. I think the most incidents out there is 8, and that's from 95 of Charles Widener, but he had a little bit of help getting to that mark.
I was going to say it wasn't him.
Yeah, 18 of Stephen Lennon also. So 95, I believe Charles Widener is part of the Wise Guys, and the 18 Stephen Lennon, big body there, part of BBK. So 2 teams really got to work on their incident points early on. Or at least halfway. I can't say early on anymore.
Ooh, look at Scott. He went from the high line to the low line instantly. Wow, okay. He's like, I don't want to be up there. Hole opened up, and he ducked it down to the low line there.
That high side is getting no help, no love. The only love it has at the front is Jeff Merck and Judd Danielson. Trent Drum needs some help because there's a gap and he needs a car to step up right there. But that 62 machine is part of his team. Romac could drop up to the top side there and hook up to 12 Trent Drum, help maneuver his team better through what I call the Talladega Shuffle.
Well, I think the top line is going to eventually hook up and start, moving. But I think that's going to be with like 5 laps to go, to be honest with you, Jeff. I think that's when that top line says it's time to go. Oh, my goodness. Who was that?
Yeah, we both saw it. I don't know.
The 32. Who's the
32? That's Billy Wyatt himself. He went down, and then another car went up.
Whew.
Was that? Well, I think that might have been his teammate, the 98 of Chris Robert.
Oh my goodness! They just gave me a heart attack.
Yeah, I just saw 2 bumpers hooking up, but I don't even think it might have been Calvin Miller, the 201. It may not have been his teammate because Billy Wise and his teammate are hooked up right there. Might have been the 201 saying, "No, I don't want to play with you."
Well, if I was him, I would play with somebody because, well,
yeah,
find a friend. You need to find a friend, somebody.
No, we talked about it, didn't we? The 201 may not be able to win this race, but with the on-track maneuvers that he's been able to accomplish, he needs to find a drafting partner. He really does. He needs to, as the 60 moves to the third line, wants to get out of this. Maybe the 60 sees something we don't. I think we may be a couple laps short on fuel, just by the way people are looking. Yep, there goes the 8 to the top side. Boy, oh boy, these guys are thinking of something strategy here. They're like, we're getting out of this. We may have to pit. We don't want to be in the mess when we have to.
Very interesting because with 20 laps to go, and they pitted on lap 27. Yeah, they're not going to have enough of fuel.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit of dangerous up there, too. They're starting to shuffle a little bit. Guys that haven't seen the front are starting to see the front. That's Judd, so he's got clean air, maybe maneuvering the car a little bit differently. Trent Drum, I haven't raced with him before, but he's now pushing on the back end of the 85, hopefully effectively.
Well, he pushed them pretty hard out to the front, and whoop, they're both going to clear the front and head down to the bottom. That's going to leave Mark now up at the top with Jeff Gilmore.
Yeah, Mark Dingman tried to get to his buddy there, Judd Danielson. Judd going to lead a lap here at Talladega. Mark Dingman actually might get back to the front.
Yeah, he's got Jeff Gilmore is trying to do it the hard way by getting a lap back.
Yeah, why not, Jeff Gilmore?
No, why not? Do it the hard way, buddy.
Yeah, Calvin Miller. This is all right. He's found a line to push, that 201 on the outside, third row to the out, and he's got some help there. Oh, that's a bad maneuver there.
Oh, what's Gilmore. Jeff doing?
Don't fit it back in. That's dangerous. That's gonna. If you pop out of line like that, and you can't immediately put that mistake back together, you just probably have to go to the outside. Look at that outside line just go nowhere. Oh, a car almost went to the wall. Didn't see that.
What is Jeff doing, Jeff, what is Jeff doing? Because is he trying to cool the car off?
Oh, 38 into the wall. Bob Lutz into the wall. He's the guy that was a few laps down. Hopefully he stays out of the wall. People are trying to get around him at the moment.
At UPS 438. Oh, and here comes John. John, what the? Whoa, look out, John.
Yeah. I'm not sure what Bob Lutz is doing. He's just trying to get to the bottom. He needs to get to the third line.
He just needs to let everybody go by. Is what he. That's what he needs to do.
He's got right side damage. He's obviously going to be slower. No type of guy to be in the clean air. But door drafting when you're that slow is a little bit dangerous as guys try to get up to you, but still back at the front. Hopefully the rest of the field gets by cleared as Judd Danielson continues to lead laps. We were talking about Jeff Gilmore and his unorthodox way of pushing people. breathing that nose quite a lot, like it's the old COT. Ooh, he almost got the left bumper there of Mark Dingman.
Wow. Well, I do know Jeff's a good driver.
Jeff's a great driver, probably one of the more proficient guys at finishing races. I just, like I said, it's an unorthodox way he's trying to get Mark Dingman. I don't think Mark Dingman likes the style of pushing. Maybe Jeff Gilmore is the guy that you got to push rather than be pushed by.
Very true, Jeff. Well, we're riding inside with Jeff. You can hear him on and off the throttle a lot, and he's waving back and forth. I don't know if that's a style. Is he trying to cool the car? I really don't. I'm just...
Well, I mean, if he's chopping the steering wheel like that, that may be more of a spring in the steering wheel or the tightness of the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you got to get that +2, +4 offset going into these Talladega corners. I think it's traditionally what a +2 offset here at Talladega. You can probably increase it just a little bit. You don't need too much because all you got to worry about is that right front. I don't know, just it worries me when someone's left to right on a steering wheel when they're pushing. It's like watching Jody Logano or whoever we saw at Talladega. I think it was the 12 who actually won at Talladega yesterday in real life that saw him get sideways just from a push, and you could see his hands going left and right. That's fine to do when you're sideways,
right?
But not necessarily when you're pushing someone.
Right. Oh, right. Oh, well, we have somebody out there rooting on the 12 of Trent.
Yes, Miss Lynn out there, obviously rooting on old Hambone.
There you go. Well, he's running in second position right now. Looking good, looking strong down there.
I think he's found his line. Like I said, I'm not sure who's good on the gas. I'm thinking that no one is, just by the moves that over-the-top design motorsports made to get to the middle of the field. I think they're possibly looking at a pit stop, or they want to be in traffic so they have that option to lift. If you're out front and you're just racing as hard as you can, you're going to be in that throttle a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, running back here in second or just drafting with somebody, you can run 75%, which could help you save a lap, maybe two, on fuel, depending on how much you're on and off that gas pedal, or you're not full born, mash the gas, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I'm seeing Judd key in to the race receiver right now. I have that open. Oh, Trent Drum getting a bad push there from Mark Jackson. They get realigned though, but I think Judd is obviously out front. You have to stay on the gas.
Yeah.
But both of Bruzy guys controlling inside outside lines. Mark Dingman, they're full throttle around the speedway. Look at these guys just lay off the top three. Someone's coming to pit road soon. You obviously can't wait too many laps. My rule of thumb is 10 laps before the checkered flag is at the minimum, because time and distance on track equals, pit road speed.
Well, you just called it. Pit road has opened up. We have Justin, Rob, Wally, Chris, Carrie.
Whole Bandit Motorsports team.
Yep, they're all coming in with 12 laps to go, and it looks like they're only getting fuel. You don't need to get tires, so just get enough of fuel and come on back out. So, yeah, I mean, pit road has opened up here. So, how long, like you said, do you stay out? How long do you gamble?
Judd, like I said, Judd obviously knows, because, like I said, he keyed in to the race receiver. So, he's letting people know, hey, I'm not going to make it on fuel. I'm going to have to dive down soon. Who wants to come with me? I don't even know if I ever heard that on the race receiver before, but at least maybe ask the question some obscure way. I'm going in on this lap. Hope people come.
Well, we also know they're all on TeamSpeak in their own team rooms, so that communication's going on, trying to say, okay, team, let's hook up, or try to move her, around. And right now, Mark Dingman is trying to get with his teammate, but he's getting shuffled back now here.
He's doing a dangerous shuffle, but...
dangerous shuffle?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you want to fall back to the third line, but that third line is occupied at the moment, as there's a tandem coming to the front. That is Jeff Gilmore, Calvin Miller, and John Held. Lap car car that wants. Oh, Mark Jackson with a weird block to the top side. Maybe not a block. Maybe he wanted to get it. That's not going to help Dustin Covington. They're still not pit. And we could just be all totally wrong, too, at our calculations.
I don't think so, man, because why would Rob, Justin, and Chris pit?
Ooh, Mark Jackson, tight fit there to get with his teammates.
That's what I'm saying. I think these guys are trying to get, lined up. We're 3 wide, back to back to back to back. Oh, my goodness, all the way back to 10th position. We're 3 wide. Told you 10 laps to go. They're going to heat up.
They might get a free pit stop out of it, but there might be a couple less cars in the pit line. So,
very true. Especially
some guys are breathing those cars out of the corners and getting off their lines, and it's looking dangerous. Dustin Covington going to go to the lead in front of. I don't want to be leading. Truthfully, if we're all worried about fuel, maybe the 48s finally save some. I don't want to be the guy that's full throttle.
Well, Mark made it down to that low line there with the 12 in between him and his teammate. Yeah, his teammate there, Judd. So if Judd has to pull in and so is Mark, they can do it, pretty well. They're already locked to the bottom.
Yeah, Trent Drum is getting up on the race receiver too. I think he just called out some free room there, like, hey, I got a pit. I know a couple of these teams actually listen to the broadcasts, and, we're not, contact.
Well, there's that free pit.
Yeah, it's coming. A couple of those guys were looking the pit, too, in the middle of the pack.
The 33, and there's the yellow. The yellow has been thrown. Vernon, Billy, Charles, all involved.
Yeah,
so's John.
I saw a car go to the high side. I think the 76 came off the middle, and those guys weren't able to check their line. John held into the 33, into the 201. Billy Wise, huge hit. Ray Richer, huge hit.
Yep, we're watching it live here slowly. The 33 hard into the wall. Then he gets hit by Daniel Smallwood in the back. And then the 33 and the 17 just go down on the inside. And then whoever else was down there tried to avoid the wreck. As the 32 just hit. Oh, man, he hit the hard. Oh, man, the 32. Who's in the 32? Billy Wise, man. He got creamed.
Unfortunately, this hurts one team in particular. Probably actually not really, because they don't have to pit. That's Justin Michael and the guys from Bandit Motorsports, including Chris Voiles, Tierheimer, Cleaver, and Haynes. Those guys probably don't have to pit here.
Yeah, that actually works out for them.
Oh, Trent Drum with some damage out there, too. I think there was some extra things we missed at the front as that was going on, because Trent Drum went from, first up to about 30th at this point.
Yeah, Trent Drum. Okay, yeah, he's got major rear end damage.
Hopefully 12 saved that fast repair. A lot of these guys probably saved fast repair smartly enough.
Yeah, the 32 of Billy, he's coming down pit road. Look at that. He is smoking, killing bugs. He is, man, that car, I don't know if he's got a fast repair, but that thing is gone. Well, let's see.
We'll see here in a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll see. Watch it. Bink. Okay, look how fast that pit crew works.
Yep. Good old iRacing pit crew. Threw a new car up on it, and off he goes. Well, smart move by Billy Wise to save that one fast repair.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I kind of want to look through the field and who has and who hasn't.
Yeah, we got Ray Richard. He's in. Looks like he's coming out. Charles is in at 95 in pit road. That's going to give the lead to Tony here in that 62. Eddie Hawks in the 45 is now going to be in second. And Scott Patterson now is up into the third position. But do they make a pit stop? Who comes in, who doesn't?
I'm not really sure. I think Scott Patton was the guy that won at Michigan for BBK Racing in that 46 team. So if he can steal another win here, he's got no help around him. And I don't know. If he could steal a win, he'd steal a win. I think all these guys steal a win right now before you get to that 87 in his team. Those guys are looking real smart. I think Ray Richer ended up with a new car. Looking around it, he might have saved a fast repair. A lot of these guys saved for a fast repair because Jeff Gilmore, Bob Lutz. I still think we have 34 cars on the speedway.
Yes,
that's what we started with.
Impressive. Very impressive.
Know your racecraft and know what's going on around you.
It's just very impressive that, you know, you start with 34 and you're going to end tonight's race with 34 cars. That's called dedication. You don't see much of that. As we got Brian here in the 66, he is coming down pit road.
Yeah, Brian Lofhead just getting into his box, probably just trying to get to his teammates at this point. One of those guys at the Wise Guys that survived that crash right there.
Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. We got 6 to go. We are going back green. As of, the pace lights are out, and these top guys, let's see here, the top 4 did not pit, so.
Yeah, top 4 didn't pit. Justin Michael and his crew didn't pit. First guy pitted in that sequence, I think, is Trent Drum, Jeff Merck.
Well, is that 62? Let's go in the cockpit. Is that 62? He's got to be saving fuel.
He might be, but
yes, he is.
Roma, you could probably get to the thing. He's probably shutting her off and on.
Yeah, he is. He's just shut it off. He's coasting, so he is saving fuel because, you know, Judd there in the 85 said, I gotta make a pit stop. So,
it was gonna happen. There was guys trying to angle towards the pit stall as that crash was unfolding. So, a lot of guys down on the inside probably got maneuvered into that crash. The Wise Guys 32 looked like he was part of that.
I wonder if we're going to see guys coming down the, you know, to start finishing like through the tri-oval running out of gas.
It could be. If we're broken up, it won't matter. But if we're 2x2, 3x3, if you run out of gas and you're out front, hopefully you can peel off quick enough.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm worried about. All of a sudden, that thing just spitting and sputtering and you getting run over.
Well, Romack didn't put down a practice time or a qualifying time. Now finds himself up in first.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for tuning in on YouTube. It's been a while, man. How you been? But, all right, Jeff, well, it's going to be 5 to go here. We'll see who saved fuel, who runs out, or if they all can make it. These top guys that did not pit, as Tony and Eddie are going to bring her down here and get ready to go green with 5 laps to go. Hang on, everybody, because it's going to get crazy here tonight here. So here we go. Oh, boy. Waiting. I'm not going to call it because I don't want to be so early. As
an early jump. That's bad for the 62.
Oh, I was just ready to say, Jeff, you took the words right out of my mouth. He is a sitting duck.
Yep, we saw that with Calvin Miller. A little bit of tangling in the back. Saw a car down there on the bottom. Hopefully they got away.
And watch Scott. Scott's going to just get a head of steam. See if he can get somebody to come with him. Nope, that might help the 62. That's the 24. Brian there is going to... Yep,
that's his teammate.
Okay, well, that explains it.
Yeah, 62 and the 24 are teammates. Scott Patton is, he's part of BBK Racing on Tuesday night. So Scott Patton out front. I think Eddie Hawks may be a single car team. Now has Justin Michael and the rest of the Bandits Motorsports squad all stuck behind him. People are trying to make that third line work. A little bit of contact in the background.
Well, he's moved up 22 positions there in that 75. Del Taco. If you're hungry for a taco.
And on the West Coast, you ain't going to find them out east.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. I just know Taco Bell. That's all I know, but look at that 60 there. He's going to try to make the third middle. Well, we got a We got a middle line trying to hook up here.
Oh, they're getting
Oh.
touchy. There's a car on that top side that's not working well.
We're getting dicey.
Yeah, I think that was Brian Lofhead or someone else. I don't really notice their number at this point. That third line went to a middle line, and they're trying to do different things. They're just swaying too much. Oh, Mark Jackson out of the middle. Rob Haynes pressuring. Contact around goes to 3.
Oh, no. Hang on. Here we go. Oh, somebody's riding the wall back there. Who's riding the wall? Somebody just rode the wall.
Yeah, that would be 199 of Rob Haynes. I think 88 of Kyle Chadwick may have been involved in that.
Oh, look at the 199. My goodness, man. Oh, look at the 48. He's actually stuck inside the car.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
I give that a 10.10 for the 99. He's doing a wheel backwards, man. That's nice. Good job.
Yeah. Dustin Covington up and over.
Wow, man.
Ronald Klein involved. I think Josh Scott's involved. Saw an orange car. I think that was Daniel Smallwood got a little bit of damage. Ooh, Josh Scott gave him that damage. Race extended to a green-white checkered. 1 of 3 available.
Oh, boy. And Trent there. Looks like he's moved himself. He's like, he was involved, and now he still got that rear end damage, but he's up to 11th position.
Yeah, like I said, it continues to look good for Bandit Motorsports, even though Rob Haynes was involved in that. Between the 199 and 3, I think that's where the original contact came from in that situation. It was just looking really dicey up there already, Robert, before those two got together.
Yeah, you called it, Jeff, there right before that incident happened. You said they were swaying back and forth, and instantly after you said that is when we had the contact. So cars were swaying back and forth left and right, you know, an aero package here too. I don't know what the wind direction is going on right now here, but that could play a factor too.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's out of the east right now, just above 10 miles an hour.
Okay. That's not too bad. It's not going to really throw the cars off too much.
Now, not like it was in real life this weekend with that wind and the storms pushing through the area of Alabama at Talladega. You could tell when they got a crosswind or a good gust, you see those cars start to move left and right depending on where they are at the track. There was no campers out there to block wind coming across the speedway either.
Yeah, right. Everybody's sitting at home. I was told to take the fans in the stands there and actually hide them and make it real life. So I was like, okay, this is a sim game, but if that's what you want, I can.
Well, we want our sim fans out there too.
Right.
Along with everyone on YouTube and Facebook.
That is correct. Well, like you said, man, first attempt here at green, white, checkered. Eddie Hawks in that 45 is going to lead him. Justin Michaels there in the 87 on the outside. So, Justin, we didn't talk too much about him all night, and here he is, second position.
Yeah, he's lined up to win yet again at Talladega. I believe he did take that first race, but Mr. Wins It All, I don't think he's the shining spotlight out here. I think it's his team. I think it's Bandit Motorsports. Justin Michael, Rob Haynes, Chris Voiles, Wally Tierheimer, guys like that. Kerry Cleaver involved in that too. Just those guys, they stayed in the back all race, avoided. The only ones that probably did a green flag pit stop. Didn't help him out much with that caution, but it's still being able to be here at the end of the race in a good position with the rest of your team or the majority of your team.
Yeah, and that's the thing here with Justin. You know, he did win the first race of the season here, but the past 2 weeks was not nice to him. We didn't talk much about him. He was involved in a couple incidents and you know, stuff like that, so he didn't have a strong finish the past 2 weeks. So for him to be up here in second position and hopefully he can get in at least the podium is going to be a good rebound for him, because right now it's Mr. Win-It-All, everybody's saying, I don't think so.
Well, he does have 0 incidents tonight, which
Oh,
is key. So the
nice.
87 doing good on that mark for his teammates.
Which then means he's still got a fast repair, so because he didn't have to use anything.
And I think Mark Dingman of Abruzzi Motorsports has 0 incidents thus far. Obviously, we're not done with the race. Scott Patton, our second place guy right now, 0 incidents. So BBK Racing going to be thankful for that. Tony Romack, and like I said, we're not done, folks. I'm just calling out 0 incidents right now. Tony Romack, that 62, has been leading this race, and he has 0 incidents. Let's see. Kerry Cleaver, Wally Tierheimer, not surprised. Those guys, Bandit Motorsports, have 0 incidents. Jack Watts, 77, a Abruzzi guy, 0 incidents. Way to take care of the car.
Good job to them guys. They know the key of doing, you know, like you said, incidents are key here.
Yep.
So these guys know how to take care of the cars and what to do, and also have a strong finish. I said this a couple weeks ago, Jeff, and I think the last time me and you were in the booth together. These guys are been doing this together for a very, very long time, and the product shows on the track. It really does. Even though we have some yellows here and there, that's racing. They're gonna have it.
I haven't. I think the last yellow was probably the most displeasing of all the yellows. Other ones have been more or less controlled yellows. That one happened probably in the middle front of the pack, and it could have, again, been a lot worse, but it wasn't. And it just, I don't know, maneuvering between multiple drivers led to the 199.3 getting together.
Aggressive driving.
But we were at the end of the race at Talladega.
Yep.
And we watched it yesterday on the television. Now we get to drive it here on the sim tonight.
Yeah. How about that yesterday in real life, man? Last lap, boom. It's like, oh my goodness.
I was A, happy, and B, surprised that they let them race to the line at Talladega.
You too? Okay, me too. But all right, well, pace car's in. First attempt here at the green-white checker. Let's see how this all plays out as Justin and Eddie are going to lead the whole pack of field of cars to the green flag here. So that's the only thing here with green flag. Got to wait as that 45. Don't jump so far out, buddy. Well, never mind. He is gone.
Yep, green flag technically out here. That's going to hurt that inside line. And Hetty Hawks, we've seen 3 consecutive guys soloed out with no teammates up front do that. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that.
Oh,
I heard something.
That just came across my screen. It was Tony Romack. He was trying to get hooked up with a teammate, but it wasn't Romack. It was Chris Voiles that actually got him. That had nothing to do with Romack. Romack was driving on the bottom. Chris Voiles just veered into the wrong lane.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here with that 62 of Tony. As it looks like, okay, I slowed it down a little. Let's see here, going into turn 1. Oh, the 62 came up a little bit, got the 28, and that just caused a chain reaction. A 60 nowhere to go. He's going to T-bone right into the 62. Took the front end of the car completely off.
I don't know. I really think the 28 came down in that situation.
Okay. Hey, you might be right.
Different ways of looking at it for sure. I just thought the 62 already had the bottom of the speedway.
It's a possibility, but they're, right. I don't know. It's not my call. It's just,
Not just.
I don't know. I think they're
different
both
ways
going.
of looking at it.
I think they're both going for the same real estate. Be honest with you, but I could be wrong. You could be right. You could be wrong, and I could be right. I don't know. What do you think, chat? I don't know. All I know is it brought out a yellow.
Yes, it did.
And this is going to be our second attempt now here for the green-white checkered. And we're going to see if that 45 of Eddie maybe learned something here. If he is watching the broadcast, don't jump out so far.
Now, wait till you see the flagman throw it there.
Right. Not sure if he's watching or not, but he was going to be a sitting duck. Scott is a very, very smart driver. Not that Eddie's not, but Scott probably sitting back going, yeah, wait, what's he doing? He's giving up
Giving
the
up.
lead?
I wouldn't have done that either.
Whoa.
Maybe, well, so Eddie was one of those guys like Tony Romack and Scott Patton, but Scott Patton stayed out, that was worried about fuel.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
Brian in the 24 pitted on lap 28. Scott pitted on lap 28. So we have 2 cars that are in hard saving fuel mode, and I think if we get another yellow, Jeff, I don't think they can do it. I don't think they have it. I think this is the last time.
I still wouldn't give up the lead. I'd rather run out in front of the field than give up the lead going into the pits, because
Right.
we saw Eddie Hawks. He got to the lead at the end of the night where you want to be. You're positioned well. Maybe your fuel's not optimum, but at this point, you just gotta.
You laid your bed.
Yeah, you laid your bed. You gotta lay in it, like you say. But look at Scott Patton, that 46 machine. He's on the bottom, shortest way around the speedway, coasting it, speeding up, turning the machine back on.
I don't know, man. That's what I love about this league. Great racing, great team racing, but, you know, the past 3 weeks, week 1 we didn't come down to fuel mileage, but the past 2 weeks we came down to fuel mileage like this.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect it at Michigan, maybe Daytona, but would you get the long green flag runs and it ends up that way? I'm just not really sure. There was options to pit. Obviously, track position is key. Just, I don't know, you scratch the head. 45, I don't think can get back to the front. I don't know.
Well, Ken out there, he's still out there watching. Much appreciated on Facebook. He said he thinks the same thing you did. The 62 had that line, and the 28 came down. So 2 against 1. Crap, I'm losing.
It's just a matter of perspective. I'm watching a different replay, obviously, than what Mr. Robert's doing here, and he's showing y'all his version of the replay. So I don't know. Angles, which way were the steering wheels, that type of thing, you know.
Yeah. Well,
there's many ways to look at it, and you know, usually it's our knee-jerk reactions that get said anyway. So
well, that, and it's not our call to make. I'm just calling it the way I see it, and it is what it is. But it brought out a yellow, like we said, and now we're in fuel saving mode. Like, these guys are, you know, the Justin's fine. Chris in that 28 is actually fine.
He's beat up though.
Oh,
that 28 is beat up.
I'm riding inside with Scott right now, listening to him turn the car on and off.
I would not want to be Trent Drum right now pushing the 28.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because 28 looks like what? Oh yeah, he's oh man, that thing is all beat up.
Yeah. I don't know. Single car team out there right now. Maybe Travis Browder in that 54, looking well positioned as a single car team here. A lot of these guys. Scott Patton actually runs with Bandit Motorsports on most nights, so he's got friends up there. But will the friends work with him tonight?
Probably not. I think it's down to now, 3 to go. I think even with teams, they might help you for a lap, maybe 2, but after that, they're gonna, it's all for 1. It's
we still gotta get to the tri-oval with the checkered flag flying, so they don't want to get too ahead of themselves. They gotta get to the flag,
right,
and then make it back around yet again to see the final flag.
Right.
2.66 miles over, 2 laps is quite a distance, and we've already can see what happens when they're trying to line up bumpers going into turn 1.
Yeah, and like I said, that 46 of Scott and Brian there in that 24, I think they're praying not for another yellow, because I don't think they can do it, dude. I don't think they have enough. I think this is it.
Yeah, this is the time for Scott Patton for sure.
We're going green this time by, so here we go, lining them up, double file, second attempt at a green-white checkered here. As they pace down the tri-oval here, And start-finish line is coming out of the tri-oval. Little difference on start-finish line here at Talladega than any traditional track. So, wait for that green flag. Let's see.
Green, green,
And
green.
green's out.
There it is.
And you see Scott did not jump that time. He kept the pack with him.
He did it smart. There was some mischiefs going on in the back, though. I think one of the Baruzzi cars might be down a few cylinders. 3 wide action going on. Robert Matisse and Jack Watts, that's 77 and 20, starting to form the third line. They're already doing the wave again that I called last time. Doesn't look pretty.
Oh.
And there it is.
Oh, there's a 28. Around he goes. Huge one, the whole field. Look at, oh my goodness.
I don't get that move. I don't know who started it. I just don't know why you make that move now.
Wow. Let's go back and see if we can let's slow it down.
It started right next to Chris Voiles. Whoever went under Chris Voiles there, maybe had the position, but I don't think they had, the full line. There's, 3 lines above him still.
Well, let's see here. We'll go with the 28. 33 here. Slow-mo here, Jeff. We'll see the 33 take it down 4 wide, down almost basically below the yellow line, and then just comes back up and hits the 28, and, well, we see what happens here after that. It just caught a chain reaction, like you said. Why would you even make it 4 wide?
Well, I mean, the 3 wide is already, I wouldn't say difficult enough. I would say in that situation, your spotter, iRacing spotter, is even calling out 3 wide. The 33 going down there, I personally don't like the move. There's room on the track for that move, but we're now into the final session of green, white, checkered, scheduled for tonight, and with less cars. I don't know, just a bad move in my opinion, but 33, it'll be taken care of with his teammates if it's taken care of. So
yeah, I don't. Again, I'm with you on that one. I don't understand that move. Why would you? You're already 3 wide. You see it in front of you. Why would you go down there by yourself, 4 wide, under the yellow line? What are you gaining? You're not gaining anything. I'm not calling him out. I'm not trying to call him out, but it doesn't make no sense to me, man. I would have hopped right behind the 28 and pushed him. You know what I mean? Give him I don't care, with the, green, white, checkered, even if you gave him a big slam in the back, and really pushed him. Not recommended, but I still would have done that. You would have gained more speed by doing that. But
yeah, I mean, we both agree we would have done it differently, right?
yeah, I wouldn't have took it 4 wide, but
no.
I'm not behind the wheel, so now I told you, look who went in, the 46. He couldn't make it.
He had to.
Yeah. Well,
that stinks for him. I hope he has 0 incidents still, because he probably got shot out of a win because of that, or a potential win. I shouldn't call him a win for that, but he was saving fuel like a couple of the other guys were before these cautions started to stack.
Well, the 46 decided, I'm not going to make it on fuel with this last green, white, checkered. But Brian in the 24 said, I don't care. I'm going for it, because he only made 1 pit stop so far, and the last time he pitted was on lap 28, and he's the only one out there left. So
he's also been in the pack more often than those guys previously mentioned. Hasn't had to full throttle it. Obviously, if he's saving fuel, best to get single filed out and down at the bottom like Scott Patton was doing.
Lynn says, friends in low places. Oh, God, chat, you're funny.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, we get to call it up here, and necessarily that's not what happened on the track. So, whenever you're looking at it, and hopefully teammates go back. I hope drivers go back to their situations and look at it and say, hey, dude, don't do that next time, or hey, I would have done this. I think it has to come from the drivers rather than us announcers too.
Agreed. But the storyline as of right now, last green, white, checkered, is going to be that 24 car, that Mac 24 Camaro has not pitted.
Ryan
So,
Bazell.
yeah.
He could come away with a win. It was Brandon Dorsett with, if it wasn't the 02 last week, it might have been Brandon Dorsett in the 19 that won at Daytona. These guys will tell me because I announced too many races to remember who wins week to week.
Same here.
Well, either way, it's going to be an interesting run. Which flag comes first? The yellow, the white, or the checkered?
Well, if the yellow comes out, Brian might be clapping his hands inside the car going, oh, thank God. We don't know. You know.
Well, a lot of these guys, well, Justin Michael's going to be happy with his finish no matter where he finishes in the top 5. Obviously, he wants to win. A lot of these guys want to win. I think Wally should be happy with a top 5 finish. Judd makes up a lot of positions, leads laps tonight. 26th to 4th so far. Travis Browder was a lap down to start this race. He's in 5th position.
Yeah, and look at the 77 of Jack there. We talked a little bit about him, but in that 77 Napa Know-How, he's up here running in, what's he at, 5th position? 6th, 5th, okay.
No, 7. I think you're right. 5th is correct. They were just obviously mixed up at the line when they went across on my end. I don't have any of the programs pulled up.
Okay, yeah. Oh, he's 5th or 6th, roughly in that area there, starting. I think it's actually 5th, but anyways. But, well, pace car lights are out. This is the last attempt at a green-white checkered, so... Oh, boy. Now, here we go. Chat, friends. Root on your driver if he's still up here in the front or in the middle.
Yep, who has damage, who doesn't, may be a factor here in these few laps if we get him green, Robert. If you got damage, you don't want the clean air. You want to be a pusher at this point. A lot of these guys might be pushers.
But we know Justin is incident-free here tonight, so he does not have damage. We know that, so we'll see how this goes as he's going to pace him down here again for the very last time here tonight. Very last green flag here tonight with Richie-B's Superspeedway Tuesday Night Series. Well, such a long pace for that green flag. And green flag is out. See if that 75 and Judd there can hook up. The 24 is going to hook up with that 87. Uh-oh. What happened to 24? Is he out of gas? Why would you? Okay, never mind. Not my call. And we go up here to the lead as Wally is going to get pushed at 77 now. Is going to fall in 2nd or 3rd position here. He's going to push. He's going to push Justin.
Semi-crash on the backstretch, but no yellow just yet. Hopefully they clear it or get it going.
Oh, they got to make it back here. Uh-oh, the 85 is getting. Yeah, you see that 85 just got. Oh, and there it is. Race is over. The race is done.
87. 77, 75, I think.
Yeah, let's see here. Trying to catch. Man, we got a lot of cars involved in this. My scoring pylon is going nuts right now.
Yeah. Yeah, 54 blue. I think the yellow line on the bottom there. But there might have been some extra things going on. No, it wasn't the 54. Trying to see who got through the bottom there. Might have been the 69. Yeah, 54 and 85 tangle, and then 54 gets into the 19, and boy, oh boy, that happened.
Yeah, and Daniel Small. Oh, man, Travis got hit. Oh, hits the 199. Spins him completely around. This time he does not do the wall ride, but he got creamed pretty hard. You can see the 54, Scott Patterson was involved after up there in the front. Had to make a pit stop and almost rolled it over onto his lid. And they're still wrecking. Oh, the 88 just took out Scott again. Wow. Well, that's it though. Race is over as... Okay.
I don't know why someone just got an EOL penalty right there.
My whole scoring
Oh,
just messed up here.
yeah. So I think the 77. When did he last pit? Because I'm not really sure why there's penalties handed out at the end of the race, but EOL was handed to Jack Watts. Well, either way, we'll just interview the top two at this point, if that's the case.
Yeah, because it's going to throw Vernon up to the third position, that's not right.
No, we'll just interview the top here.
Yeah, we'll do Justin and Wally here in 87 and 75. Sorry, my scoring pylon's going crazy too here, Jeff, so I'm trying to... Give me 1 second, chat. I got to get this to stop. It's going nuts right now. There's a lot of confusion in iRacing, it looks like. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, well, we'll be right back. We'll get our... okay, we do got our top two here in the waiting room. So, okay, we will be right back in a couple seconds. Let me get everything ready for post-race interviews. All right, we're back live here tonight with Richie-B's Pizza and Sub. Check them out in your local area here with Overtop Designs too. But all right, Jeff, well, we got our top two here of Wally in that 75. For second time, we're going to be able to talk to him from week one. And then we got the race winner that everybody says wins everything. Justin Michael's in that 87. So, all right. Floor's yours.
Yeah, I brought up Wally here in that 75 machine. Good team battle for Wally. Not all of them finished up there, but y'all made the smart moves as a team in general towards the end of the race. Some of it worked out, like I said. What's going on in your mind talking about early on in the race?
Well, like before, hi Jeff, by the way. Like before, we just wanted to stay out of the big one that usually happens. But everyone's been doing a really good job the first half of the race. Everyone's really been doing a good job. So there hasn't been the big one happening yet. But I think that it also helps that people are saying, okay, we're going to do fuel mileage, because when you can get 29.5 laps on a tank. Everyone's in the back of everyone's mind that they might be able to make it on one stop, so they're kind of not really going crazy, So we're just trying to stay out of it, save a little gas, come in when we want it, when we need to, and then we could race from there on out.
Yeah, it looked really well up there when you finally found the front. I think for the 75 and as a team as a total, it has to be score to win, no matter if Justin Michael wins them all, because 0 incidents, I think, for a couple of your drivers, and that's always key, or at least a minimal incidents. I think Rob Haynes started to rack him a little bit. That's part of this Tuesday series. So, I think it was a good team race for you, and I'm glad to see the 75 Del Taco machine finishing at the end of the race. What were you thinking there on the outside of your teammate? With Scott Patton having to pit that final green-white checkered?
Well, we were, we didn't think that Scott was going to make it. We thought he was going to be running out on the backstretch anyway, even though that we had an accident before that. We thought that he was going to be running out going into 3, and it was going to be a problem, for people behind him. So we were on the outside of him, and we felt okay. it got a little bit confused at the end and confusing at the end there. But at the end, you just got to start racing for yourself. With about 5 laps to go, you're kind of like going, okay, we're going to do what we can for each other, but you're kind of on your own unless you can regroup and get back together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you there. Well, finished second here tonight at Talladega with the Richie-B Superspeedway Series. Go ahead and thank those that you need to for the spectacular finish.
Well, thanks. Thanks Bandit Motorsports, who we run with that's our team. Thanks to John and Ronald putting this thing on. We love it. And you guys up there, it's a great race, a great broadcast. And thanks my mom and my brother. They've been watching all these races and getting a kick out of it. So I appreciate that. So that's it. And congratulations to Kerry also, who was just, I think, finished 4th or 5th. And that's 3 out of the top 5 or 6 there, or wherever he finished. But
yeah, he finished.
Not a bad team. Not a bad team effort.
Yeah, there we go. Well, we'll see you on the next one there, Wally.
All right, Jeff. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Moyer, I'll leave you with the winner here.
Alrighty, well, let's bring up the race winner here. Give me 1 second. We'll talk with Justin here as tonight's race winner here at Talladega. All right, Justin, Robert up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Well, good, man. Haven't talked to you since, I believe, week 1, man. Well, congratulations on getting the win here at Talladega, man. Run us through this whole race here, and at the end, man, it got a little crazy out there.
Yeah, I tell you what, we just ran in the back like always, just trying to conserve everything and just be there for the finish, and it turned into a gas mileage race. We realized we weren't going to make it, so we went ahead and pitted early, and we were pulling away from the leaders about half a second a lap, and then I guess they all wrecked and bunched us all back up. And yeah, I don't know about all that in the middle there. It was a bunch of wrecks that just didn't need to happen, but it is what it is. So we'll take a win, and we got a 1-2 finish again, and 1-2-4. So we like it, and we'll go again next week.
Yes, very true, very true. Yeah, we seen you pit on lap 48. Everybody going down there, Wally and you, and me and Jeff called it out and said, well, they're pitting early, and put you in the back there. And I'm sure when you started seeing the yellows and the crashes happening in front of you, you probably started doing the dodge and going, man, I don't know if it's safe back here.
Yeah, we were really wanting to go green the whole entire way after that. We don't know if we would have won, but it would have been a lot less stressful. And we were pretty sure everybody had to pit. We were borderline. 1 lap we were good, 1 lap we were bad. But then if you had green white checkers, we figured everybody was going to be pitting. So that's why we did it.
Right. Well, good strategy call, and you stayed out of the carnage, man, and you kept the car clean all night, which helps here in the series. As we all know, incident points tally up on things here, man. But this is your second win of this season here, so you're putting on a show here, and I forget what track we go to next week. Who do we? Michigan with the Cup cars, I believe it is.
Yes, as long as he doesn't blow it up.
Yeah,
okay.
Like last time. Let's not discuss that.
Okay, well, apparently Jeff wants to discuss it. Well, let's discuss it. What happened?
Loose lug nuts racing. Justin just stayed behind a car too long with the old setup. Now that Michigan, I think, has a new setup for the Cup car.
Yeah,
I think he'll do better.
There you go. So what's your plans there going there now, knowing that, don't stay behind somebody that the car could possibly blow up? What's your plans going next week there, man? And do you think you can get a win in them cars there at Michigan?
I hope so. I like Michigan a lot, and the strategy would be opposite of what it is here. We're going to try to stay up front as long as we can and hopefully make some good pit calls.
Yeah, and keeping tires on, with them Gen 6 cars with the version 7 tires, you definitely got to keep your tires on them cars.
Oh, absolutely. We're starting to figure out the tire model more and more every time, so we really like it. So can't wait. Hopefully it's a good show.
Oh, it's going to be a good show with you guys. You guys put on a good show every week here at Freaky Fast and out here with this Super Speedway series. But before I let you go celebrate there, buddy, anybody you want to give a shout out to or say hi to?
Hey, it's everybody out there watching. My friend Darren's out there watching. It's always glad to see him watching. You guys calling a good race. John putting on a great leg as always, and all my teammates who really make this happen every week. So
10-4. Well, congratulations again up here at Freaky Fast, and hopefully next week we get to talk to you in the top podium or maybe a victory there at Michigan, man, and you can read them and say, okay, I got you, family Michigan.
Thanks, Robert. I appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, buddy. All right. All right, that is your race winner, Justin. Congratulations to him. And it looks like we have our third place sitting in.
Yep.
Is he third, Vernon?
Yeah, well, I'll grab third place up here.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he's if that scoring's right
Yep.
or not, but all right, okay.
Yep, scoring's across now. I'll go ahead and bring up the 33 as I think we got an official version down on the speedway right now. So 33, Vernon Markheim. Some moves on the track got you towards the end of the night, bumping and banging part of it too. You get there though, so good third place finish.
Well, got a little lucky there that the final move I made to get up towards the front, I think was a little bit of a mistake on my part. I haven't seen the replay yet, but this IndianaDiesel.com Young & Sons diesel GTR Simulator Toyota was fast tonight. We had a good plan with my teammates, Can-Am teammates, John Held, Jeff Gilmore, and Cal Miller. I really appreciate all their help. We had a good strategy going into this, but ran into some problems with those cautions.
Yeah, I think a lot of drivers found that way too. We went from a bunch of guys with 0 incidents, and a couple of those Can-Am drivers did hold that in the middle of the race, but towards the end, incidents, cautions stacked on top of one another. Going to be a difficult way to look at it from a team and final standings. But like you said, you got yourself up there. Third place finish across the line tonight. Go ahead and thank those that you need to for a great finish.
I really want to thank the family out in Washington State. They're struggling right now with this whole COVID-19 thing. I think we all just need to get up and get out and enjoy the sun and have some fun. I want to thank my teammates and family here in Indiana. Go Hoosiers. Thank you guys for coming out and watching, and you guys are doing a great job up in the booth. Thank you guys.
All right, thank you, Vern, for those comments. We'll see you next week at Michigan, buddy.
10-4.
All right, that is our third place finisher there, Vernon. Congratulations to him. He moved his way up to third position to get the podium. That is awesome. Good shout out for him too for everything. But all right, well, let's bring up our unofficial results here tonight. Here, which I think is official here from standing points. I'm not sure, but we'll just go down the line here of what we got. And that would be Justin Michaels there in that 87 bringing it home with Wally finishing second with Vernon. We just got done talking to. He's going to bring it home third with Kerry. Wow, where did Kerry come from? Finishing fourth.
He did good.
Yeah, Jeff D. Merck is finally going to bring that 60. He's going to bring it home top 5. Daniel Smallwood there in that 8 is going to bring it home 6th. Brandon Dorsett in that 19 7th. And Ronald is going to bring it home 8th. And I feel like I'm reading it off the qualifying results here. Charles Winder in the 9th. And Trent is going to bring it home in 10th here, Jeff, and he bounced back with the damaged car. He was up there running around. He almost had a chance for the win, but he's going to bring it home 10th, and then we can see the rest of the running order there. Jeff Gilmore, what an up and down night for him there, Jeff. He's going to finish in 17th position, 21 seconds behind, but he did get his lap back, and he did it the hard way, kinda, and then he stayed out of all them incidents, man, but we'll see the rest of the running order here where your favorite drivers finished here tonight. Eddie Hawks had to make that late pit stop. Is going to finish 28th. Scott Patterson in that 46, 1 lap down, and 27th had to make that late pit stop. And who else made that last late pit stop? That would be Brian, right? Where did Brian?
I think there was a car. I think Brian Bazell, the 24 machine, had to make a last-second pull-off there on the third green-white checkered.
Yeah, where did he wind up finishing?
Well, I'm looking for it.
Yeah,
I mean, the caution came out. Wow, 29th, all the way back.
Okay, yeah, there he is. Yeah, 29, 2 laps down. Wow, I'm just shocked on that strategy call. I mean, you know, the minute we went back green and he ran out of gas, even if got into turn 1. So I'm not sure why he would stay out. I don't understand that call, but that's not my that's not my place to make that decision here. So, but that's your unofficial results here, Jeff. Well, before we get to sign off, I want to say again, thank you, Jeff, for joining me here on Tuesday night here with Richie-B's broadcast here from Freaky Fast, and they're a proud sponsor of the Super Speedway series. But your final thoughts here before we get ready to head to Michigan next week, which I guess you're going to be joining me again.
Yeah, I'll be there next week at Michigan. Final thoughts, we got to clean up the back end of this race. The front end of the race was spectacular. Minimal cautions, good racing, limited use on those fast repairs. Guys being smart, just have to be smart at the end. We'll get it scrunched up and going into Michigan where we won't have to worry about pack racing.
Yeah, very true, very true. All right, well, again, on Facebook, I want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in. Don't forget to hit that follow and like button on this video. The more you do that, the bigger it makes the broadcast, and it also helps the leagues out. So thank you very much. Also, on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, bell button, so every time we go live here at Freaky Fast, you don't miss none of the action here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting, as we are live every week. And tomorrow night is going to be Wednesday night. We'll be live at 9:20 with the Dirt Renegades, and we'll see some dirt action with the 305 sprint cars. So if you like sprint and you like some dirt action, muddy racing, hard battling, make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 9:20. But well, Jeff, we were gonna sign off. Thank you again, but God bless everybody. We love yous all. Please be safe. Catch you in the next broadcast.